So this is the main tweet that you were talking about.
Is it? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So people have no idea what I'm about to do, and to my knowledge, it's never been done before. At least I'm not in the way I'm trying to do it. It really doesn't even have much to do with me, but more to do with everyone as a whole. In a way, I suppose it makes me a messenger of sorts, and people choose if they want to receive the message. And then he's saying, are fixed paradigms truly fixed or malleable with enough willpower? So yeah, basically he's coming up with some really cool shit. And like Hedron and Icosa are any indication of what he's capable of, then I'm very excited for what he's going to build. So yeah, I strongly believe in building to make things better. I do not believe in throwing things away. Perfection is a goal often unrealized, but you can always build, change, adapt to get it closer to it. This is kind of a pro EHEX tweet in a roundabout way. But yeah, this is let's see where this is probably the tweet that most probably gets at what he's building. So he's talking about entropy. If price is representation of energy in a closed system, this energy will disperse itself amongst all tokens in the system. The tokens don't have to be related in any way. They just have to be swappable for one another. So this is another way of saying liquidity, bonded by liquidity, which is what we've been talking about this past hour, a lot of it. The concentration of energy disperses itself among all things in order to chaos. The concentration of tokens disperses among many addresses, order to chaos. Yeah. So it's like as you put concentrated amount of energy in, you're putting one token in, a big amount of USDC, for example, but that USDC is being dispersed amongst everything that's linked together, which is exactly what my slides were outlining before. The exact mechanism of how it's dispersed, and all of that's a function of the amount of liquidity that's bonded between the pair. So it goes in proportion. The amount of USDC that's distributed is proportional to the amount of bonding that occurs. And this is all because he's hinted at this before, Alex. He's hinted at basically creating index funds of these different assets, where it's like, think of like an S&P 500, but for like crypto assets. So
that's so cool.
Yeah. He's hinted at it. I don't know the exact mechanisms of it, but I know he's publicly said some stuff about that before. Yeah. And so my guess is that he's saying, I'm doing something that it's never been done before, at least not in the same way that I'm doing it. He's talking about entropy as a proxy essentially for liquidity bonding. And so my guess is that's probably what the next thing that's going to be built is. And anything that Alex builds, he has the perfect thing to use as the barrier to entry to get in, which is Icosa. Because the exact mechanisms that I outlined for the incentive token are not the exact ones, but it's analogous to what happens with Icosa. And I'm sure you can put that together yourself, man. You know that system pretty well. So
for sure. It's interesting to think about a whole S&P 500 style of project for call it the Sacred Six, even, for this whole ecosystem. Yeah, the Sacred Six.
Yep.
It's like just off the cuff, and I could be so wrong on this, but I could almost see like if you could make a smart contract, accept 6 tokens, and you could stake almost like a liquidity pool, but you could get them to stake 6 and you get an emission of 1 token. And you could then even maybe stake that or just hold it. There's some other reasons to the use case for that as well. Because then you have to have all 6 tokens in order to get out a share of this index fund, right? To own a share in the index fund, right? And so the value of that index fund also goes up when everyone owns that, when everyone stakes in there. But I could see, that's just such a cool concept. Like, man, I'm so excited to see what he's got brewing. Do you think it's going to be something like that, or do you think it's going to be something?
It'll be something like that. What I think it'll be something like that. What I don't know exactly how it's going to look like. I don't see it, because a lot of the ways I think about how it might work is pretty much what Balancer is in the PHUX. The PHUX fork of Balancer, where it's like you're having liquidity pools that are made of different assets and that have the potential to have different proportions of each of the assets within them. And so, but the way Alex is talking, it's like he's doing it in a very different way, it seems. So I really have no idea exactly what he's doing. That's the general idea. But like, it seems that Balancer does it, but he's saying he's doing it in a different way. So that can't be how he's doing it. So I'm really interested to see. And then, so two layers on top of what you just said, you have the Sacred Six, LP token. And then, you can start to bond that in liquidity with any of the other tokens within the Sacred Six, right? So it's a positive feedback loop where it's like you pump the things within the Sacred Six, which pumps the LP token in a way, but that pumping the LP token is like also pumping the thing that it's like paired to as well. So it's like you own the index fund, and then you pair the index with each of the individual components of the thing that it's being backed by, right? So it's like you've created this kind of inception type structure of the liquidity pool, where the thing that it's being backed by is itself, yet they're also like, I'll say metaphysically, they're essentially the same, but materialistically different in that they're different code that's being paired together in a liquidity pool.
Totally.
And then you can add another layer on top of that, where if we have like cousins that do a similar thing, then you can also pair those like pseudo index coins together. So say we have a balancer, a FUX, PHUX, Sacred Six, and then we have an Alex Sacred Six. Each of these are index funds. They have different mechanics. I don't know how they differ, but then you can put those two in a liquidity pool as well to bond those together as well.
And imagine for a second, because that's wild the way you put that together like that. And imagine for a second too, that one of these, if these index funds are specifically, we'll just say for the Sacred Six, for all 6 RH main tokens, or well, not even rich, but the Richard Heart Focus tokens, right? The Sacred Six. Imagine if a farm was incentivized with that LP. Like, geez, if you're incentivizing that token to be in liquidity pools, oh my, dude, I can't even handle the thought of that.
What we're outlining is the exact reason why the true innovation of Pulsechain is all of the things being under the same banner, because you can actually do that with like a large degree of consistency and efficiency. You can do all of these things because all of them are so they're inherently linked together, based on being founded together. And so you can do all these cool liquidity pool games that other people can't do, because you have so many divergent interests happening that it's really hard to do it from a grassroots perspective. But we can do it because we're all under the same banner of Hexaco, basically. And all of these coins are under the same banner of Richard Hart, and with like derivatives of like Maximus DAO and like Hedron stuff. But they're all basically like, we're all under the same banner.
Right. Oh man, that's just so exciting. I get like my brain's going nuts right now with all these possibilities here, and I don't want to just start like salading.
A lot of this I'm putting together like on the fly right now, and I'm actually excited because I haven't thought about this in depth yet. So appreciate you challenging me, man.
Dude, no, this is great. Yeah, I love this. This actually makes me super excited as well to think about the fact that, you know, it's like innovation on innovation on innovation on innovation here, and it's just like thinking about the future. It's like, man, it's like, I don't like Alex said, this has never been done before. And there's so many of these. If you look at the grassroots and the foundation of this ecosystem, chock full of that. Never been done before. Never been done before. It's like Hex had never been done before, right? Then Hedron and Icosa had never been done before. Maximus had never been done before. Then Pulsechain, the way Pulsechain came out, had never been done before. Pulsex had never been done before. The liquidity bonding had never been done before. The way and then we're like, it's just like, at what point do we not see the finish line as like 2 centimeters away and everyone else is like 1.5 kilometers behind us? Or for you, everyone else that doesn't go by kilometers, 1.6 miles away. Or no, other way around. Sorry.
Yeah, man, dude, it's a bright future, and all of this is like, this is all kindling for the future fire that attracts more economic energy, because none of it actually matters unless we get economic energy entering the system, and specifically new economic energy. But we have enough basically gasoline that like once that we can amplify the effects of any new money coming in to such a large degree that it'll probably show up on the price chart more drastically, which you know, the thing that attracts money the most in crypto is green candles. Like that fundamentally is like why we're here. Green candles. So if we produce green candles, we attract money, we attract attention, and we have all of the baseline infrastructure to be able to efficiently use that to facilitate the thing that we're all here for: price go up.
Thank you so much for watching this clip. If you enjoyed it and you want to watch the whole stream, there is a link to the full stream in the description, as well as all the links to any guests that you're seeing in this stream as well. If you want coaching from me directly, you can go to the links in the description for either a 30-minute or 1 hour call, as well as a group call, which is a massive discount on my hourly rate for an hour and a half with up to 12 other people. I also have a book on Amazon that you can get in either paperback, hard copy, or Kindle, which the Kindle is absolutely free, as well as a free version of the book on my website in PDF format. So thank you again for watching this clip. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you again very soon in the next one. Peace.